been a long time since I've done an update video about my injury that has nothing to do with my bike. And this video itself, I've been putting off for a really long time. And to be honest with you, I just kind of haven't been in the right state of mind to do a video like this. I kind of got to the point in my injury where I've made so much progress from where I was, being in the wheelchair, not being able to move anything at all. And now I could be pretty normal for the most part. To me, being normal itself, like considering what I was before the accident, it's not normal at all for me, but I'm learning to adjust into my new life. And I've been saying that for the last 3 years, I have, and I'm still learning to adjust into it. It's really hard to do. I actually tried to film this video about 3 days ago when it was raining, because I figured, we weren't gonna be riding outside, so might as well do a video that was inside, and I couldn't do it. I started it, and I actually had to stop doing the video because I just wasn't mentally there. It's still hard, and it's not easy, and there's days that are easier than others, and there's days that are definitely harder for sure. 2 months ago was the 3-year anniversary of my accident, when I broke my neck, when I got my brain injury. For that 3-year span of my life, I can't think about another 3 years that have gone by any faster, which is a good thing because there were some really hard times. I've learned a lot, definitely, about myself, about being a human being. This goes back to me having enough strength to be able to do this video. It's because I'm just kind of sick of being paralyzed. I've been having a lot of episodes lately where I've been kind of just walking around or doing basic tasks and just getting very frustrated. And I find myself getting to the point where I just am sick of being paralyzed. And I've been here before. I've been kind of in this state of mind many a times, but the reason I'm able to break out of it is because I tell myself, how much worse things can be, compared to when I was in the wheelchair and I couldn't move anything at all. The 29 years of my life that I lived being able to do anything I wanted to do, whether it was on my bike or off my bike. It's hard to forget about that, that's for sure. And it's hard just to be normal. You guys see what's going on behind me? Watch. Look at this guy. He's trying to scratch his butt, so he's like sitting upright like that. It's gotta be the struggle for a bulldog. I'll tell you what, even though I am, technically a quadriplegic, somebody who is partially paralyzed in all 4 limbs, I can still scratch my butt, so I do feel bad for the bulldog over there. He's gonna get to the point where he's gonna start growling and he's gonna start making barking noises any second now. Like I was saying, I am quadriplegic, and that means that all 4 of my limbs were affected by my injury to my neck. So I'm able to move everything, but it's just some I can move better than others. My left I can move okay. It's not what it used to be. Like, it's still slow, but it's pretty normal. My right side is a lot slower, causing me a lot of things that I get frustrated on. You guys want to see what's going on down here? These things are too much. If you guys are ever thinking about getting English Bulldogs, good luck. That's all I gotta say. It's hard for me to move my legs consistently. My left side is better than my right side. Now, one hard thing that I deal with that I don't really talk a lot about is my sensory. So I lost a lot of feeling in the accident. I have a hard time feeling my legs. They're like really tingly feeling most of the time. By the time you get to my feet, you can't feel much at all. But as for my fingers are really fuzzy feeling. It's hard for me to differentiate between different things when I'm touching them. And that's super hard to use. You don't even understand. You wouldn't even think about things that it would be hard to use with. One thing would be using like a nail clipper. Nail clippers are so hard for me to use unless they have like that textured material that's on them. So this one right here, the one that is just all metal, this is so hard for me to use. You guys don't even realize how much your sensory, just having that ability to feel where objects are in your hands, how to manipulate your fingers onto things when you're feeling them, how much you use that during the daily is insane, and you don't realize that until you lose it. So when I'm cutting my nails, it is a nightmare. I'll have the nail in there and I'll go to cut it and then my finger will slide off of it constantly and it drives me nuts. This was super frustrating, but I got this one right here that has the grip on it. Now with the grip on it, I don't have to worry about it so much because my fingers stay in the same spot. Things like that, that's just so hard to work with. So that leads me to explaining what today's video is. What I want to do is tell you guys all the hard things that I have to deal with every single day. And this is only some of them. These are just like the basic ones. Next thing I want to do is talk about using these things right here, scissors. So frustrating because I am a righty. Of course, my right side got injured and it's hard for me to use my right side. So when I have my hands inside this, it's really hard to function. And it's the repetition part. Using scissors just to keep on opening and closing this is so frustrating to do. You know, something small like this, whatever, I can make it work. But when it's like something big, it's ridiculous. And also, one thing that I have to deal with every single day is using my utensils. So naturally, I am a righty, so I want to eat with my right hand. I do. And for a while, I couldn't even do it. My arm locks up, and it's hard for me to get it to my mouth exactly. So picking stuff up and bringing it to me is hard because I'm going to have to lean forward all the time to use it. Now, when I go out to eat, I get very self-conscious about where I am sometimes because I end up holding the fork really weird. I hold it like this now because I can't feel it good between my fingers, so it'll slide out and I will drop my food. It happens. So what I end up doing is taking the fork like this and I hold it like this, and it just doesn't look good. I just look like somebody who doesn't know how to use a fork. So I get really self-conscious about, you know, where I'm at eating and stuff like that. So a lot of the things I eat on a daily basis are usually things that are, you know, already cooked or, you know, kind of in a package that I can open. And I'm gonna show you something that's really hard for me to do eating wise every single day. Right here, I have a snack that I eat pretty much every single day. At least, you know, 3 days a week, I'd say. And this is an Uncrustable. I don't know, everybody loves Uncrustables, but eating an Uncrustable is hard to do. And the reason why is because of the packaging and because I can't really feel my fingertips good and I'm not strong at all in my hands. Like, I have a hard time squeezing things. So like, for example, if I was gonna do a screenshot on my phone and you would have to grab, you know, this button and button over here, I don't have enough strength to do it. Just Siri comes on, that's it. I don't have enough strength to get the screenshot. I just can't pull it off. But with my left hand, I am strong enough to do it. So when it comes to getting a package like this open, this is super hard because I have a hard time gripping the actual package and tearing it apart. So I'll go to get it and it's really difficult to do. So I gotta get my finger to dig into the corner just the right way, and then we can finally open it. So this is an easier one. There's majority of things out there like that are like impossible to open for me. So another thing that I have a hard time with is something I do every single day for my bulldogs. As soon as I wake up, I come into the kitchen, they get excited, they see me, we go over and we get treats. These resealable bags are a nightmare. And the reason why, you guys could see that edge that is super thin on there. I have to be able to get my fingers, you know, in between to be able to separate them, to be able to pull the bag open. And then, of course, drop it. And I gotta sit there and stare at it, and it's so frustrating. It's like I gotta go quiet and focus. And then I gotta get to the point to where I grab it, and then I gotta have the strength to be able to pull it apart, and these things are difficult. Most of the time, it's so hard to do. So, boom, finally get them in. So here's another example. This is a thing of my wife's. She eats these. I don't even know what they are. There's nothing on it that you can grip enough to be able to pull it apart. So it's really small. You see that little edge right there? Very, very small. So it's like barely anything. There's times where like I've been alone trying to, you know, eat, trying to get something, trying to get a snack, and I can't do it. So what I would do on this, I do my best to grab this with my bad hand. So at least I get like an edge to grab onto. And then I get this part. So I try my best to do it, but it's really hard to do, and it's hard to find the edge on it like this. I try to get my best grip, and if my hands aren't, there we go. Finally get this one open. And a lot of you are probably thinking in your head, like, why don't you just use your teeth and bite into it? Like, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, or if a lot of you guys that don't even know who I am that are watching this video for the first time, like, all of my teeth from right here to right here are all fake in the front. I knocked them out, another BMX injury. So they're only glued in, like barely on there, so they will fall out at any given moment. You guys remember the video that we filmed, you know, 3 years ago back when I was at Kessler, and my cousin came and he glued my teeth back in because originally when my crash happened, my teeth got knocked out. And for that month that I was in the hospital, nobody knew where my teeth was, and nobody really cared where my teeth were either because I had bigger fish to fry at that point. So they found my old pair of jeans that I was wearing that day, and they went through the pockets, and they found my teeth, my whole front teeth. Teeth still have to be glued in like every couple months. It's really frustrating. It's hard to eat, just anything in general. Like, I gotta be really careful. Like, pizza is absolute worst for me. Like, biting into pizza and cutting it with my front teeth, terrible. So I can't just grab this with my teeth and try to pull it, because then I'm gonna have more problems. It's hard, man. It's hard being a professional BMX rider, you know, with all these injuries, that is for sure. So this next part of the video, we're gonna go inside the refrigerator right here, and we're gonna play a game of Can Scottie Open It? And majority of the time I can open it, but I just sometimes make a mess. So we're gonna start things off with opening up a basic can. So right in here, reach it in. We're pulling out Monster Ginger Brew. I had this in a couple videos ago. This one's really good. So we'll get this thing open. We'll try it at least. And this goes back to the sensory again. I can't really feel the difference. I can't feel my finger on the edge. And just that little bit of feeling your skin like grab the edge of it, it's so hard when you can't do it. So to do this, it's really hard because I don't have enough strength. So I try to get my nail underneath of it, but I don't want to like mess up my nail or rip it off doing it. So a lot of the times, if I can't get this, then I have to figure out what I can use to open it. When I'm in the kitchen, it's fine. I can just grab like a butter knife. I can grab a fork or anything like that. But when I'm out somewhere, then I got to get very creative with things. I could literally open up a can with anything. I'm that good. I'm like MacGyver when it comes to it. So let's say if I was out filming, like I would just grab my cap right here for my lens cover, and I would wedge it underneath and just pull it a little bit, just to be able to break it. As long as I can get it broken, I can get my finger underneath of it, boom, then we're good to go. This is the hardest thing for me to do. I always make a mess doing it. Bottle of water right here, and especially this kind, because it's really, really squishy plastic. Like if Big Boy was gonna do the water bottle challenge, if you guys are ever seeing Big Boy and you want him to do it, get one like this, because this is his best, because it's really crumbly. You could just fold it right up and you could twist it and you could do the water bottle challenge. Now for me, it's filled all the way up to the top with the water. It's got a really small cap. Now, for me to get enough grip and enough strength to do this is so hard to do. If I get wet right now, I'm not gonna be surprised. It's nothing out of the norm. So I would hold it with my bad hand. I would grab my good hand, my better hand, how about that, with this one, and I go to twist it. But now when I get enough strength to be able to grip on it, to be able to open it, I'm squeezing the bottle. So that's pushing the water up and out. So to get this one open, okay, hold on. Okay, all right, so just a little bit. My hands are wet, but I was able to get it open. And now what sucks about not being able to open stuff like that, like I've been on planes before where like I'll get something where like, all right, I'm gonna eat this on like a long flight, and I'll go to open it and I can't open it on the plane. And I'm too proud and too embarrassed to ask somebody next to me for help. And that's just human nature, especially men. That's just the way it is. And now another basic thing that's hard for me to do right now is writing. Like I said earlier, I am a righty, and that's the hand that I have issues with. I'm able to do small, fine movements with my right hand, which is great. But when it comes to making letters and making them perfect and making them consistent, it's hard to do and it's frustrating. Nowadays, you're typing things, which I still have an issue doing, but when you're out, you know, somewhere like filling out a form at the doctor's or something like that. Now, for an example, on this piece of paper right here with this pen, I'm gonna write, my name is Scottie Kramer, and we'll see how it comes out. And now, I never did have good penmanship, but now it's really hard to do. To try to keep, yeah, messed up already. To try to keep everything in line is difficult. But one good thing is my signature hasn't changed at all. So whenever I have to do like an autograph, I am a-okay. So here's the finished product. I messed up on the M right there. I messed up on this A. I don't know why that squiggly line is there, but my autograph is just as normal. Back to the whole reason why we're doing this video today. I kind of realized after meeting a bunch of different people around the world on all my travels of how important my injury is to certain people. If somebody could see my story and somebody could see what I'm dealing with and it can help them in any way, whether it's them looking at it, giving them hope to get better, or it's them looking at my thing and being like, okay, well, if he can do it that way, then I can do it this way. That's my goal for this video right here. And if I have to show myself being somebody that is handicapped, then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it proudly. So, and right now I just want to give you guys the first reminder that on January 8th on the Road to Recovery YouTube channel, they're going to be releasing a piece on me. It's a small docu-series, and Road to Recovery is the foundation that helped me through my injury. They help injured extreme sports athletes, and what they've done for me and so many different athletes out there is truly amazing, and I'm so proud to have this video coming out. So So you guys could tell from this footage, it is top notch and it is going to be such an amazing watch for you guys. And I'm so proud to help Road to Recovery and spread the stories. So on January 8th, make sure you guys check that out. I'll release it on my Instagram. If you guys want to go follow me on there right now, if you guys want to go follow Road to Recovery, that would be awesome as well. Make sure you guys donate if you possibly can. Road to Recovery is doing great things, and without your help, they cannot continue to keep it going. Guys, that's going to be it for this one. Until next time, remember to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Peace.